welcome to Charts and Hearts. I'm Sarah, and she's Lindsay.
And together we're working our way through an epic list of rom-coms in order to find and categorize tropes in the hopes of creating the nerdiest spreadsheet podcasts have ever seen.
And we are wrapping up our action movie July with True Lies.
P.S. I thought of a bunch of more action movies that are probably better than this.
We'll put them on the list for next year.
Somebody at work I was telling, and they gave a really obvious suggestion that I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, True Lies is a 1993, I think, movie that is not
1994.
Great. 1994.
Yes. Yeah, it's a 1994 movie that has not aged well.
No.
And the few moments that you remember being like iconic and good are probably the only good parts of this movie.
Only good parts of this movie. Okay, so we're just going to start with the not aging well parts.
Yes.
We all know now that James Cameron is a huge douchebag who unfortunately makes some really good movies.
Yeah.
But treats women absolutely terribly. And also is just an overall shitty dude. There is some incredibly exciting racism in this movie, and he is multiple times in the trivia is listed as saying, I didn't write these people in a bad way, so therefore it's not racist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I didn't mean to be racist, so therefore I'm not racist. That's definitely not how it works.
Even though they're wearing, like, the most variety of headwear over, so he didn't do any research whatsoever into what kind of Arab people these would be.
Yeah,
what ethnicity, they're just wearing head coverings because therefore that's how you know they're Middle Eastern
people with nuclear bombs who take terrorists. Yeah.
Who are just like the most like tropically evil people, and just
they have no motivation other than just being evil.
They hate America.
Yeah.
And there's way more than that, but it's just
it's bad. Yeah.
There's also,
and then the like exoticism of Tia Carrere of just being like a magically exotic
did you know
being.
that there's two of them? Because I thought it was Maggie Q when she came on.
Oh.
And I had to look it up, that Maggie Q and Tia Carrere are different people.
I did know that.
Okay. I probably have thought one of them was the other one before.
Well, they're both cast in like the
they're both cast in these kinds of movies. They're
ethnically ambiguous, exotic, sexy
women who can like kick your ass if necessary.
Yeah.
There's hitting women in this movie.
Yeah.
There's just general Tom Arnold-ness.
Yeah, I know. When Tom Arnold is like not the worst part of the movie, you know you're in for a ride. Yeah,
and then it has come out since, of course, that Elijah Dushku was molested by her stunt coordinator on this movie when she was
12, and then felt that she couldn't say anything in the moment, or even like she did say something and then felt like she was almost in an accident that could have killed her in a stunt, because the person involved with keeping her alive was the person who molested her.
Yes.
So yeah, don't watch this movie. It's not worth it.
Like, the parts that you remember, Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Jamie Lee Curtis is amazing in other movies. So
exactly.
Watch those.
Also, Jamie Lee Curtis is really the only good part of this movie. Yeah, because then it also has, like, the delightful tropes of, like, and we'll get into this with tropes, but I feel like it's more around, like, our just general observations of, like, are men actually this disconnected from their lives and everybody's okay with that? I mean, I know it's true, but like, no wonder people think it's okay, because there's movies that just have this guy who just doesn't come home, doesn't communicate with his family. His family is so disconnected, and he's so disconnected from them that they have absolutely no idea about anything.
Like, and then he finds out that he thinks his wife is having an affair, and just like flips on a switch and becomes the most like machoistic, I love my wife, how dare you do anything, she belongs to me.
In the most like stalkery,
terrible way.
Yeah.
That, and then I'm just like, but you, 5 minutes ago, you literally didn't care enough to come home for your birthday.
Yeah.
Because you're so married to your job? Question mark?
Ugh.
At a random spy place that other people could have done this job
exactly.
for you?
Like it's, it wasn't that much of an emergency. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. So I only have a couple of other observations. One is Jamie Lee Curtis does take her heels off before she starts running.
Yeah.
And so therefore 10 points for her.
Uh-huh.
And also near the end of this movie, a nuclear bomb goes off in the Florida Keys and nobody cares?
Because it's far enough away from
They're like, shield your eyes and we're far away. So then everything therefore is fine. And I'm like, I don't think that's how nuclear bombs work.
No, I don't think so. Is that also like part of the racism? Like they're also bad at being terrorists? I don't really know.
No, because that's the spy people. They don't care.
No, sorry. I mean, like they're so bad at being terrorists they can't even build a big bomb.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange.
Yeah. It was really so like the bomb had to go off so that Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis could kiss with the bomb going off in the background.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you could just do that with a normal bomb.
Uh-huh.
Like,
yeah,
I've seen it happen. I've watched a lot of action movies.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, let's dive into tropes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so on here, it's a pretty out of order.
Yeah.
But we do have Tom Arnold as a friend, just like 9 months. That's the thing we watched.
Yep.
Arnold Schwarzenegger does a sexy tango.
He does it twice. Because the tango is a dance that comes up at big parties. I don't know. I've only ever experienced it in movies, and I work in dance. So, yeah. Yeah, I've never seen anybody tango other than as a joke on a dance floor. Mm-hmm. We've got a moody teen who's Eliza Dushku, and no wonder she's moody because her dad doesn't give a crap, and her, yeah,
also, it's 1994, so like you kind of have to be.
It's true.
But yeah. We've got amazing old tech, giant phones and giant computers and giant everything.
But then like the teeny tiniest like voice recorder thing that's I don't know, like the size of a micro SD card.
Yeah. That she can slip in her bra.
And then puts in her mouth and
Mm-hmm. As we said, we have the overly jealous husband who only cares when he thinks his wife is having an affair.
Yeah. We've got magically convertible clothing, because I wanted a chance to talk about Jamie Lee Curtis being a total badass in that scene. So, so she takes this, like, sort of very mid-90s, or early 90s probably, like, cocktail dress, and turns it into what she thinks a hooker would wear, or a sex worker would wear. Yeah. And it's amazing. Like, that scene is delightful, that she, like, takes the water out of the flower pitcher and slicks her hair back, and magically her, like, she's able to rip it at just the right length, so it's short, but not, like, too short.
And everything rips exactly as it should. Uh-huh. And it's
the neckline completely changes magically by ripping the sleeves off.
Yep. Yeah. And, as we said, best scene in the movie. Like, she decided that was how the dress was going to work. She decided she wasn't going to be naked and worked through the dance scene with James Cameron beforehand, which also makes me feel yucky because he has a gross quote about that in the trivia. She did all of this. Yeah. She decided she didn't decide she was going to fall. That was
she did fall in rehearsal.
She did fall in rehearsal, and then they put it in. Arnold dropped the Walkman. That was a thing that was an accident.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of that was her, and
it's so good, and
she's incredible.
Yeah, and I love too that it starts with her being like so cringy awkward, and then she just like gets into it. Oh, she's so great.
She's great. Oh, and then we have putting wedding rings back on, and therefore falling in love again.
Yeah, because like they'd taken their rings off to be spies, and then they put them back on, but also they're in love again. Ugh. Yeah, and then there's an epilogue where now she's a spy. Which is the only other thing I like about this movie.
Yeah, is that she gets to be a spy also. Yeah. And also, we didn't talk about him at all, but Bill Paxton is in this movie as a sleazy guy.
He's so sleazy.
Which he plays so well, and also he's amazing. And I love Bill Paxton and miss Bill Paxton, and...
It's true.
There's too much of him in this movie, because again, this movie is incredibly long and has like 4 storylines. But
it's 2.5 hours long.
yeah, if he was in it a little bit and then showed up again at the end, I think it would have been much more fun. Because the plot, like his plot line of being a gross, sleazy man who pretends to be a spy is funny.
Yeah. It is funny, yeah.
But goes on way too long.
Basically, this movie needed to be funnier and less of Arnold Schwarzenegger wanting to be James Bond.
Yes, absolutely. He literally is in a tux underneath a dry suit.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Like,
it's ridiculous. Yeah, this movie could be much, much, much shorter. Okay, and then... no, that's all I had. Yeah, I don't think I have any other tropes.
No, I don't think so.
That apply here, anyways. Feels like a dumb question at this point. But, Lindsay, does this movie pass the Bechdel test?
No, of course not. Jamie Lee Curtis and Elijah Dushku are the only people in this movie. And I guess technically they talk to each other, but it's mostly...
Tia
Carrere's in there.
Yeah.
So Jamie Lee Curtis talks to Elijah Dushku about her dad. Yeah. And she talks to Carreras about Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's all they talk about. So that definitely doesn't pass there. But again, as we say, Jamie Lee Curtis rules in this movie and has a pretty decent amount of agency. She does a lot of screaming, but it's a 1994 movie, and that's how that goes.
Well, and also she's
good at screaming because she's
she's Jamie Lee Curtis. She's like one of the original Scream Queens. Like,
but so I support her, but I don't support this movie.
Exactly.
The end. That's my statement.
Let's make a pie.
Okay.
Yeah, ripped clothing that just keeps hanging on.
Like, I don't get it. His shirt rips like so early on in the movie.
Yeah,
but he keeps it on, and it's just so, I guess it's just 1994, but Die Hard was 10 years old at this point, and he doesn't keep his shirt on, so it's not a thing. If it was made today, obviously he would take it off immediately. But I'm just like, this man is a bodybuilder. That's the entire point of his career.
Why didn't he have an undershirt under his dress shirt?
Yeah, under his dress shirt.
And because maybe they didn't want to do the Die Hard comparison?
Dress shirt?
I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyways, I don't know how it stays on. Like, fabric tape, I am assuming. Like, 15%?
Yeah.
Next up, we've got lens flares. It's like they just discovered that they could do lens flares in this movie.
Yeah, I think so. There's so many.
I don't know, like 30?
Yep. There's a lot.
Mainly because I don't want to give... I mean, obviously, the next category in the pie deserves a lot, but I am trying to be optimistic and positive.
Which the slice is misogyny and racism.
Yeah.
Boo.
Boo.
But it's very present in this movie.
We like 55?
I think that
does that leave us enough? Oh, okay, 50.
50, yeah. Which leaves us 5% for Jamie Lee Curtis being a badass.
Yeah. Because, she does not get enough, like, quality screen time in this movie.
No.
But that's okay. We recently did our schedule for the rest of the year, and there's at least one more Jamie Lee Curtis in here, so it's going to be good. Okay. Normally, at this point, we ask what's next for them, but...
I don't care. I want her to leave him. I want her to be a spy and leave him and go on exciting, exotic adventures.
Spy adventures.
And have the sex she deserves to have.
Correct.
Because she looks real good in that lingerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on a brighter note,
Lindsay, hooray!
What's next for us?
Oh my god. You know it's bad when you know the misogyny is bad when you're like, it's gonna be better because we're watching a Richard Curtis movie. But it's finally time, because it's summer.
Yeah.
To do Wimbledon. Hooray! Sports!
Hooray!
We're doing sports for August, and we're starting with some good tennis.
Indeed. Oh, it's going to be so fun. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. You can leave us a rating or a review wherever you get your podcasts, and you can always find us on social media. We are at Charts and Hearts Podcast on Instagram and Threads.
You can also head to our website, chartsandhearts.com, where you can submit your suggestions for rom-coms or action rom-coms, because we like to do those sometimes, and tropes for us to add to the list. You can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/chartsandheartsclub. For Action Month, we did Italian Job 2003, which was fun, because it's a fun movie, even though it's very also problematic. Also on our Patreon, we've got Jurassic World Rebirth Hot Take for everyone available. That episode is longer than this episode because we enjoyed talking about dinosaurs more than we enjoyed talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. We also have the Materialists Hot Take episode for free on our Patreon because it's a hot take kind of summer, because there's a lot of really good movies coming out this year. So that's exciting. For Patreon next month, we will be doing challengers because we need more people kissing in movies that are not gross, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, this was disappointing on that front. Let us know your thoughts on this movie, unless you disagree strongly with us, and then please keep them to yourself. And in the meantime, I did that. That was me. I was reckless, and I was wild, and I fucking did it.
Yeah.
Because that's the most badass part of this movie. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.